everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Okay, it's story time. Y'all, my name is Alexis. This is my first story that I'm going to share. And it just happened. So this is some real life stuff, for real. Let me start by saying this. So, I'm in the market of a new car. I'm looking for me a new car. Boom, boom, boom. So, I'll go online. I apply to this one place to see, like, hey, maybe I'll get me approved for a car. So, the guy calls me maybe like immediately. And I didn't answer. He texts me like, hey, I see you in the market for a car. I say, yeah, let me look at your inventory. I'll get back with you. So I look at the inventory. He hit me up again. He's like, hey, did you find anything? And I'm like, actually, yeah, I did. This is a couple days later. So I call him. Boom. Hey, where you located at? I'm on my way. So I go in there. I test drive a couple cars. And his name, I can't think of his name. I can't pronounce it. But anyways, this is at Pete. Let me tell you what the name of the place is called. Pete Mankins Nissan in Texarkana. The used inventory side. So anyways, I go in there, test drive a car, like the car. I get the car. I make my down payment on the car. I sign all my paperwork. And then I go home. Excited because prior to, this very beginning stage of the car buying was awesome. He had great customer service. It was relatable. We was talking. Everything was pretty cool. Everything was like, it was gravy. The car process was very easy. I went in and got my car. Called it a day. It was, literally like 2 hours. And I've been in car dealerships way longer than that. It could be like 5 hours sometimes. So anyways, get my car. Go my business, drive it a lot. Loving it. Boom. Love my car. Get home. Everything good. The next morning, I get a text message from the man that I did buy a car from saying, hey, I forgot to get 3 references from you. If you can, please provide me with 3 references. I said, I ain't say nothing. I didn't respond. I was working. So, background story. I own a tax business. Everybody know that it's tax season. I'm busy. And even when I was in the car process, or like even talking to him, I've always been busy. Like I'll tell him like, hey, look, I'm busy. Like I'm on the go. I stay on the go. So anyways, so he texted me. I didn't respond. He called me and let me know he still needed 3 references. I didn't respond. He left a voicemail. So I didn't respond. I was busy at that time as well. So this goes on for maybe Friday, Saturday. They was closed Sunday, I assume, and then Monday, because Sunday I didn't get no calls. But Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I got calls and texts saying, hey, even from a manager, I guess a manager of his, like, hey, come on, he really need to get this part put in. I did, because I could read the text messages, the voicemails when I get them. He really need to get this put in, and it's before the end of the month. By the time I read that, it was already March the 1st, because I'm busy. It's tax season. I'm a busy woman. So, as a matter of fact, on Sunday, I remember I told my mom, I told my mom this for real. I was like, Mom, I really need to get my 3 references to these people. I don't know why they keep bugging me about these 3 references. And, cause I was telling her about my car process. I was like, it was a really good, easy process. Cause she was also in the look of a car. Hold on, it's a train. Okay, train gone. So she also looking for a car. So I'm like, yeah, it was a really great process. I explained to her. I said, but I really need to get them the 3 references. He been calling me about it. That was on Sunday. So Monday when he called me in the morning, I didn't answer. I was busy. I just been busy. My kids had track meets that was Friday. So I was at the school all day long. So I got 6 kids. All of them on track. I got a tax office that I'm running. I got a household that I'm running. So if you didn't get the references from me on that day, you just have to wait till I come in and give you the references. That's just how I feel. Needless to say, so I told her, I was like, look, I'm going to get back with them. I'm going to have to go up there. I'm going to go up there because I was actually going to go up there on Tuesday because Tuesday, if you see my calendar, where's my calendar? I'm going to show you. My calendar, I'm booked. It's like, I'm booked. So I was like, Tuesday, I'm free on Tuesday. I'm going to go up there on Tuesday and get them what they need. Anyways, Monday comes along. He called, text, this is what he need. Can I get this to him? And in my mind, I'm already, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get it to the man. I am. I'm just busy. Like, I'm reading text messages. I'm not about to text that kind of information. I'm going to come in the office and give it to you properly. So give me a second. I'm going to get it to you. I just ignore the call. I ignore the text. I'm on the phone. I'm working. Do whatever I'm doing. Whatever. So on Monday, I also had a cleaner lady come to the house. She comes to clean the house, and my daughter's home, and I got a teenage daughter, so my daughter's home, and so I get a call, and she's like, "Hey, somebody looking for you," and I'm like, "Well, who looking for me?" My husband passed away. Ain't got no man, so what man looking for me? And she's like, "Yeah, there's a black man at the door. He was talking to the lady that was cleaning the house, but he knew your name, and he said that please tell your mother to answer the phone. She's in good hands." And I said, "He said that to you?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, why you open the door?" She's like, "Well, they was in transition. So, as the lady's coming out, he's actually, pulling up. And that's just how that words was exchanged." And I said, "Girl, well, make sure you lock the door. Don't answer the door, and I'll be home in just a little bit because I don't know who that is." And she's just scrabbling to me. And I'm like, I have no idea who that is. So, boom. I got the phone with her. I'm picking up my other kids because they had trap practice. I'm picking them up from trap practice to bring them home. And on the way home, I get a call. And it says car dealership. So on me, I'm like, "Hello?" And they like, "Yeah. Hey, this is..." His name started with an R. I ain't gonna tell the man's name. I'm like, "Did you just go to my house?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Have you lost your mother mind? Don't you ever go to my mother effing house again. What is wrong with y'all? Over some references?" Ma'am. I also told him something else, but I'm not gonna say online. But yeah, who y'all messing with? I'm trying not to cuss, because who is y'all messing with? What in God's green earth do you think you gonna go from a business transaction to somebody's personal address? And not only did you go there, you talked to a child to deliver a message to me. I answer the phone when I get to answer the phone. I am a busy woman. If you didn't get it the day of, I am sorry. You're going to get it when I give it to you. That's not my problem. But what you're not about to do is go to my house and talk to my children. And got my daughter over here. "You sure Mr. Lexus is a man? You sure you don't know him? He knew you." And I'm like, "Girl, I don't know nobody." And then it turned out I really didn't know him because the person that I work with getting the vehicle wasn't the person that was talking to my daughter. It's his manager. So I never met him. Never met him in person or nothing. Never said hello. None of that. And you came to my house. Y'all laid his behind out and blocked him. And blocked the other one too that was asking for the right. Because now you're not getting nothing from me. That's how I felt. That's how I felt at the moment. I really did. Because it's like, what? And then, hold on. Got the nerve to text the lady that's cleaning the house. "Oh, can she talk to me or say something?" Now you're involving another third party in something. What kind of business transaction is this? How did we get so personal? Yeah, it was a no for me. But you wait, because you think it's over? Oh, it's another part. Part 2. Come right back. Because who they playing with? And this just so y'all can see my schedule. February. And the first half of March. I just want to show my schedule so you know I'm no liar. I'm booked and I'm busy. But I got time today. Plenty of it. We back. Had to get out of the jacket because I started to get a little hot and get worked up. Okay. Part 2. So now in the game, the church choice words over the phone. We go on about getting the church words over the phone. I said what I said. Then he done text a third party. When the third party texts me, I repeated what I said and told her that she could deliver my message, because my message needed to be delivered. Because telling my daughter, I'm in good hands, all this kind of stuff. Who you think? You're not Allstate. What good hands? Don't be talking to my kids. So that's Monday. Today is Thursday. This just happened this Monday. Today is Thursday. So Tuesday, I had to calm down. I was decompressing. Okay? Decompressing. Period. Because I was hot as fish grease. And the way I felt, hold on, it's a train. God dang it. I'm back. So, because the way I felt was like, I'm finna go off. I can feel, if anybody know me, they know that I got a little oomph in me. So, it's coming back, and I be trying to change, and, you know, I'm finna go off. Like, I don't play by my children. Period. And I know anybody that's a mother, father, or whatever, or auntie, because I don't play by my nieces, nephews, none of them. I play by my children. So, I decompressed Tuesday. Wednesday, I woke up. I prayed. Okay? I pray all the time. Let me say it like I don't pray. I'm a prayer. I worship God. I'm a sole believer of God, Jesus, and the Spirit, the Trinity. Okay, so just in case, you know, I'm a firm believer. So I be working on myself. I'm in church every Sunday. This Sunday I was at church. Saturday I was at church for Radiant Girl. Shout out to Radiant Girl. That was a really nice thing. But it's on my calendar. But I was there. And, you know, anyway, so I'm working on myself. Back to the story. Okay. So, Monday that happened, I was hot. I'm telling my sister what happened, I'm telling my friends what happened. Tuesday, I decompress. I don't talk about it no more. Wednesday, I wake up in prayer. I'm like, Lord, I ask Lord to forgive me for what I said to him. Forgive me for how I felt. Just forgive me, Lord, and then let me have a better spirit. And I would tell God, I was like, I'm going there today. I'm going to get my references. Whatever it is they need, that was my intentions to do. Boom. I get up that morning because I got time today. Wednesday, I had much work to do. Wednesday was a cool day for me. I had fun that day too, by the way, after all this. So Wednesday, I go up in there. There's another gentleman in there. I'm like, hey, is so-and-so here or so-and-so here? I need to talk to both of so-and-sos. And he was like, it's nothing I can help you with. No, sir. I need this one or this one. You are bystander. I ain't trying to release all this on you. No, sir. She was like, well, let me call him on announcements because they got a U side and a new side. And the new side's like across, like almost like a 4-lane, not a highway, but like a 4-lane street. And, you know, so you got to go across the street. So he was like, I'm going to call on announcements so you can hear. So I know he over there working. I wasn't even sweating. I said, okay, I could wait. So I waited for like 15, 20 minutes. Then the boy the man that I was talking to, he had the customers come in. So once they came in, I was like, let me go and get in my car. I had to go to the store and go buy my daughter some soccer gear because she starts soccer tomorrow. Anyways, so I left there and I'm like, okay, I'm coming back because I had time that day. Okay, I had time. I was getting everything I need to get done that day. So I came back maybe like an hour later. I pull up, park the car. Car nice as hell. I love my car. The man that I had my initial transaction with came outside. He met me outside. So I guess he already didn't want me to come in there because they did have a customer inside when I eventually made it in. So he met me outside. I done got the car and thing. And I'm like, hey. He's like, hey, you look mighty spiffy today or you dressed up today. This is how I dress. Just because the last time I came there when I bought the car, I had on some sweatpants and a little shirt. I'm going to show y'all a picture when I took a picture with my car. But I was a little swagged out, you know what I'm saying? But this is how I normally dress because it's a business day. So anyways, so I'm like, this is how I dress. But anyways, where old boy at? And he's like, oh, he's not here right now. I think he's around somewhere. I was like, oh, okay. I said, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what y'all used to doing up in this little town or whatever, but don't y'all ever come to my house. I feel like y'all have lost y'all mind coming to my house and then talking to my child. He was like, well, we needed some more information from you. Okay. You got to wait till I call you to get it. I didn't want the bank to come back and take the car. Take the damn car. I said that. Take the car. I don't care. You don't come to my house. Take the car. You do not come to my house, talk to my children. You wait till I answer my damn phone. This ain't that kind of party. And he was like, I understand. I said, and I told her, I said, when I met you, I was busy. I'm a busy woman. I really got stuff to do. I said, but I'm here to give y'all references today. So I'm talking to him. I'm looking like this and he like this looking at me. All of a sudden I see a dreadhead walking door. I said, oh, is that? He said, oh yeah, he must have just got here. Oh, okay, we can go inside now because I still want to talk to him. Because I want to make sure my message is delivered. So I get inside. I walk inside, sit down. No, I was about to walk inside, walk into the main office. He's like, no, let him know that you're here. Oh, okay. So I sit down. He goes into the office with the man. Maybe about a minute and a half pass. He comes back out. Everything good. We don't need anything else from you. The deal was closed. I said, okay, that's great. I still need to talk to him. He's like, he's busy. Oh, I can wait. So I crossed my leg. Cause I got time. It's different when when y'all was hitting me up, I was busy. But today, I got time. So I got time. So I sat there. Yup. I said, and I was calm. Because I was boiling on the inside. Because I really didn't get the response that I needed from him. Because I needed an apology. And ma'am, I'm sorry for pulling up to your house for something that's so minuscule. Little. Tiny. To me. Because one thing about it, there's a million cars out here. But you ain't coming to my house. So the man goes, the person I got my car from goes sit down. He picks up his phone because he never went back to the office. So I guess he texted him and let him know I'm not leaving. And here comes his old raggedy behind. Come on out here. Sit down. Because it's 2 sheets. I said, oh, yeah, you can sit right there. Because, I don't want nobody up talking. You ain't gonna be talking higher than me. He got down. He crossed his legs like this. How can I help you? I said, yeah, I came in here to let y'all know I need to make sure that y'all never come to my house again. I don't know what y'all used to or what kind of party y'all having, but I don't play like that. What if you would have answered the phone? We would. No, I'm a busy woman. He said, I'm a busy man, but how busy are you if you're coming to my house? You ain't that damn busy. You got a lot of time in your hands. But today I got time. And I want to let you know, don't you ever show up to my house again or talk to my children. That won't never happen. Ain't nothing else that we need. I'm just, is it something else I can help you with? Never apologize or nothing. You're in the wrong. It's no right about it. Like it's nothing you can say to me that seems right about it. I don't care what you need. You don't come to somebody's house. And then all of this, and now you don't even need nothing from me. Boy, would you look at that? But if I show you my call history, y'all calling me and texting me, I don't give a damn what if the bank need. I'm supposed to say something inappropriate. If the bank needs something, there's something else they need, I don't give a darn. You gonna wait till I get back to you. Don't come to my house. So he got up with a little attitude, and I came in because my initial thing was I was coming in with a change heart. But after that attitude that man gave me, I made sure I let him know. And what I said on the phone stands. Y'all play with me if you want to. I'm not from here. That's for first of all. I don't know what people are used to and what manners you handle business, but I don't handle business in that manner. If you pull up somebody's house, they owe you money. Okay? And I don't owe you a dime. I know that for sure. So with that being said, don't ever, and I mean ever. And so now what I'm thinking is, I'm in between. I don't even know if I can get a car back because I be on principle. That's first of all. But I do like her. Also, if I should take this a little higher. Because who does that? Who does that? A stranger that I do not know, I've never met a day in my life, come up to my house? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Because I'm in between. 6, 7. Period. And that's my new baby right there. Ain't she pretty? She is pretty.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. Man, shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. We lit, we live, we on Facebook and Twitch. Everyday PJ. I had one of those bacon wrap jalapenos, dope cream cheese, and I just burped and I taste every bit of it. But that's neither here nor there. Now, shout out to Fine China. I'ma just be real. China, this is a great story. I understand you stood on biz. She stood on business. But I'm gonna be real, Fine China. You should have just answered the phone and told him like, hey, I'ma get back with you. You know what I'm saying? Let me come down there and see you. I'll come down there and see you on Tuesday. He like, well, you could just text me him. Nah, I'm gonna bring you what you need Tuesday. It would have been easy and it would have been simple. But also what I do know is that these car dealerships be playing. Like, I went out, I bought my daughter a car, right? About myself, about my 16-year-old and my 18-year-old, or she ain't 18, she's 20. She was 19 or 20 at the time, I don't remember. Bought them both cars and myself one. And my daughter and her turning the ice on. So the second car, which was a newer car, my oldest daughter's car, hers was the newer car, and which was very nice. It started off one price, and then by the time we finished getting financed, it was a whole nother price. And I was upset because I was upset because, well, I was financing 3 cars. I already got 1 car financed for myself, and then I was financing 3 more. And then they was like, well, it's at risk, or high risk or whatever. But I'm like, well, I wasn't even 1 car paid off. 1 car paid off, like 1 car. What did I do? I financed it, but I ended up paying it off like the next month or something like that. Just so we can get the deal done. Just so we can get the deal done. Which I ended up paying more, but it was a reason why I financed it. I didn't finance it just for no reason, like because I was paying it off fast. Oh, I think I financed it so I can get my oldest daughter's car at the same time, or instead of just paying her car off, because I went in there to get her a car. Then I seen a car that I wanted, and then my oldest daughter needed the car, so it was just like boom, boom, boom. It was just like, might as well. So that's how that happened. Well, because originally I went in there to buy my 16-year-old car, but then I ended up the next month paying off my daughter, the 16-year-old's car. And then, whatever. So it took about 2 months to get that car financed. So for 2 months, we didn't have a car payment. By the time we got the car financed, it went from $13,000 to $15,000, and I was just like, that's before the $1,000 down payment. It went from 9% to like 15% or something like that, or 6% to 13% or something. It was just something, went from 1 digit to 2 digits. And I was just like, bruh. So I was like, whatever, we're gonna get it refinanced. Don't worry about it. Just pay it for a little bit. We'll refinance it. No big deal. All right. And so, and now, we at the point where it's like, so now I'm trying to hurry up and pay her car off, because at the rate that it's at, I don't want to spend $25,000. I don't want her to spend $25,000 on a 2018 car. That just don't make sense. So, and by the time she pay it off, it'll be 2030 or 2029. What year is it? 2029. It'll be 2029. So it'll be, no, absolutely not. But although her car payment is reasonably cheap, so not bad at all. It's just she's just gonna be paying a lot on it. So her car payment is cheap though, and that's another thing. We had to get her something that was cheap. So it is what it is. I don't like going to dealerships. They never. Only time I go to a dealership is if I can get what I want. And you can hardly ever go to a dealership and actually get what you want. They always try to sell you what they think that they can get you in, which they'll always like, well, this is a reasonable price car. One thing I know about car dealerships, they deal with incentives. And especially if you go to a new car dealer, so like say if you want like a Chevy Tahoe. Well, Chevy Tahoe is a popular car. Very expensive, right? But if the car salesman sells, 5 Traverse, first of all, Chevy Traverse, they have high commission rates versus a Tahoe. So you sell a Traverse, you get just as much for a Traverse than you do a Tahoe, and it's cheaper. So it's easier to get people in them. So you're like, well, look at the amount of room in this Traverse. You could talk them into a Traverse. Person come in and get a Tahoe, you sell them this nice Traverse, whatever, and you get one incentive. Then if you hit your quota of the so many Traverse, then you get your bonus, and that bonus is hefty. And so that's the point of doing it. So it's a game for car dealers, but people go in there wanting one thing and they go out buying. The only people that can go in and get what they want are people who go get money from the bank. If you go get money from your bank, then you can go in and go buy the car that you want. When you go in and use their banks, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna like, we can't get them to finance this car. They won't finance it. They're like, let me see if I can get them to get this car. And they'll work. The finance guy will play games, play the game with the salesman to get you to buy the car that they want you to get, because it's a game to them. They like to use their lenders. They don't want you to use your lender. Be like, oh, I just need to know what my lender. They be like, no, if you want to use our lender, we can get you a much better deal. If you go through us, we can get you a much better deal. That's not always true. You just be like, no, I want to use my lender. And then they want to be jackasses about it because they get incentives for that type of stuff. So that's the thing with dealing with car dealerships, is the way they treat you when you have money versus when you use their money, because they make more money when they sell you this stuff. Then they be like, oh, well, this car, it has a special coating on it that we paid $500 for this coat to put on this coat to save the paint. I don't give a shit. Why do I have to pay for this coating that y'all put on the paint of this 5-year-old car? That don't make no sense. And it's stuff like that they do it's car dealerships do crooked stuff. They're not crooked, but they do stuff and they overprice it. Just like this. All right. To get a radiator for my truck, for my Ram 1500, to get a radiator at the dealership, it'll be $1,200. $1,200 to get a radiator. To go to the mechanic, who's a certified mechanic, it's $400. So tell me why going to a dealership makes more sense. So you can be like, well, if you go to a certified dealer, we could say that it was certified. I've seen people take their cars into certified dealers, and they end up with a whole new car and a whole new car payment. So, it don't be this. It's just because it's a dealer doesn't mean it's better. So I just don't like car dealerships. I hate buying cars. I hate the car buying process. The only time I like buying cars is when I got money, or when I go to a buy here, pay here. I know I can go in there and get what I want, because they're going to sell me whatever it is on the lot. They don't give a shit. But if you go to a big name car dealership like a David Stanley, who was the worst car dealership in Oklahoma City, they'll try to rip you off. They'll try to say, like the guy who sold me my truck knew absolutely nothing about trucks. And I wish I would have known more about trucks. Cause then I would have made him look stupid, and then I wouldn't have bought my truck. I would have left. But I like my truck. It was just I didn't know much about trucks, and I wish I known what I know now. And now the next time I go buy a truck, but you know, I can't fault him for my ignorance of not knowing. And that's the thing. You gotta know. That's why people be like, that's why women be like, I want to take somebody with me car shopping, because somebody will go in there and they'll go looking around, looking at the cars, checking them out. And then they can't just throw anything on you. And they will, because a woman, oh man, a car dealer gonna try to eat you alive. But you know, you just gotta be strong. And you gotta be able to like, nope, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. Cause they'll try to tell you, well, we also got this. This one has this and this and this. That's not what I want. You're showing me what you think I want, and you're not. I'm showing you what I want. I know what I can afford. I'm showing you what I want. And so it is what it is.